Hey everyone, I'm Mike Black and welcome to this video on how I filed my LLC. Every Tuesday, I release a new video that goes more in depth on topics I want to cover further during our $1 Million Comeback vlogs, released every Thursday, where I have 12 months to build $1 million business starting with nothing. Before we get into this video, I want to make this very, very clear that this is not legal advice. Not legal advice, one more time, not legal advice. This is just what I did, so I will explain it in first person because it's not legal advice. There are 3 steps I took to filing my LLC and making it a corporation. Step 1, file the LLC with my state. Step 2, get an EIN. And step 3, file Form 2553 to tell the federal government I'm an S corporation. So let's start with step 1. I headed over to my state's very outdated website and I found this by typing in Google, file my LLC in my state. So we typed in file LLC Texas and now I click on our site for Texas. Once I was here, I was blown away by how well they use my tax dollars on their amazingly built site and how easy they made it to navigate. So please do not get discouraged. I'm sure your site is just as poorly built as this one, but it's important that you just take your time and follow the directions. So on here, they have this thing called SOS Direct. I click on it, you click enter site, and you have to make some form of a username with Texas. So I did that, and then I hit submit. Okay, so the first thing they allowed me to do was to look up if anyone else had my business name. I looked it up and no one did, so that was good. So it was time to file the LLC. Because every state is different, I'm not gonna do the play-by-play, but this is what needs to be decided on. What's important is that I choose which LLC to file. Do I wanna be a single member LLC, a partnership, or a corporation? A single member LLC is going to be much cheaper, but a corporation is going to save me a lot of money in self-employment taxes. So I chose to be an LLC corporation. This will cost me a little more money up front and it will be a little more expensive to file taxes every year, but I will take the significant self-employment tax savings all day if I'm planning on making $45,000 a year or more, which I am. So after filing my LLC corporation, I waited 2 days and I got my articles of incorporation. This is what I needed for my next step, and it's very important that I put this somewhere safe as I will need it for a lot of things in the future, like setting up a bank account. I personally like storing these types of things on Google Drive. Step number 2, now that I have my articles, I need to get an EIN number from the IRS. Scam services like Northwest Registered Agent, which by the way, claim they only charge $39 to file an LLC. They charge $50 just to file an EIN, which you can see me freaking out about at the end of the week 15 vlog. When you see how easy this is, you'll laugh at how big of a scam this is. Northwest Registered Agent. I think this is what I'm gonna use. Whoa, add an EIN out to your LLC. What the f? For 50 bucks. So I headed over to Google and typed file EIN IRS. When I got to the site, I was actually blown away with how easy it was compared to the state's website. And unsarcastically, I was actually pretty impressed with how easy it is. I followed the directions and very quickly got my EIN. So you can see on the site, you just click on apply now. And then again, I just followed the directions. Begin app, LLC, blah, blah, blah. I then stored this in a safe place on Google Drive because the EIN is very important for a lot of things that I'll need to do in the future, like open a bank account. The final step for me was to file a Form 2553 with the IRS to tell them I want to be recognized as an S corporation and not a C corporation. They both get taxed differently and I would like to be an S corp. So I went to Google and I typed 2553 IRS and I downloaded the PDF, filled out the form, and faxed it to wherever it needed to go, which can be found on the form. You can see it's very self-explanatory, just follow the directions. And then the last step of actually faxing it, I just went to Google and typed in free fax and I found a service to do this. That was it. We filed our LLC. In total, I spent $309 a file. The $9 fee was an extra fee for using my debit card with the state of Texas. And now I have an LLC S corporation. Really beats paying $550 to file and only took about an hour of my time to learn all of this and do it myself. So that's it for this week's video. I hope it was helpful seeing how I went about structuring my LLC. Again, very easy to do. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to get notified every time we release a new video. That's it for now. I'll see you in next week's video.